Hi, hey, I'm Chris, and this is
Yes.
live from New York City. Hey, we want to welcome you. We welcome you to this house. We appreciate that you're spending this time with us. We thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments. We want to hear what you think, mainly about doing a horrible job.
Please subscribe.
But yeah, please subscribe, and we want to keep doing these shows for you, right? And eventually retire and quit our jobs. Today's topic is going to be who should get married. We're talking live from Guy to Be Wrong. That's us right here, Guy to Be Wrong. Who should get married? Just thinking about it makes you think about it. you know, I think that it's having a big impact in society in the year 2026. That's what we're talking about right now. We could explore the past a little bit and what we expected from the future. The numbers don't lie, and the numbers don't lie here because it's easy. All you gotta do is go to City Hall, say who got married today, and they tell you
Nobody.
zero, nobody.
Who got divorced? Make the line.
Make the line. Yeah, that's who we are. Sadly, that's the moment in our history where we are right now, right? Who should get married? Who should get married?
And this is going to sound stupid, right? But people that want to be married, not people that want to, have a long term boyfriend or girlfriend. Not somebody that wants to explore the relationship, but somebody that actually wants to be married. That wants live as a married person.
I think the numbers for marriage people would go up drastically if they change the laws.
Oh, you think it's about the law, the
I think I
problem?
think I think and I was about to say women are crazy. But I
No,
cannot say
no,
that.
they are not.
I can I'm not going to say
No,
that.
no, they are not.
Women and men are crazy. I mean, we're living. It's just it's very difficult to talk about a commitment when it's hard to make a commitment about anything. Just think about it. You go to get your apartment and you don't want to sign a 3 year lease. That right there tells you something. No, I just want to sign 1 year because maybe I'll find something better. You know?
Of course.
So that right there tells you that you're not committed to nothing. You know, people used to sign leases for 5 years. 10 years, I'm staying here. I love the neighborhood. This is it. I'm not moving ever. Now, no, I'm not doing a 3 year lease. I'm doing a 1 year lease, man. 1 year lease. And things are changing so much. Before, not long ago, people would stay in one job for 10, 20, 30 years. People would retire from one job. Now most people stay in a job for 2, 3 years tops. They're already moving. They're going somewhere. People, as soon as they get a job, they're already looking for another job. That's how insane stuff is.
Yeah, but they should on jobs. You should know stock and claim loyalty to your company, the company that you work for, or anything like that.
See,
You should look for better options. And it's actually studied that people that change jobs every 5 years ended up in long term with better salaries than people that hold the same job for you know uh, 20 years.
that one of the problems that I see with that is that it also starts your mentality on it's okay to start something new. And that's
It is okay though
it's fine. But that's also
on a job.
but that also takes you to your relationship, because your brain is your brain. You only got one, and your brain says, "Hey, man, I just walked by to the other supermarket and I saw that they got the potato chips that I like half a price." So then you start going to a supermarket that has
I
everything you
thought they
want.
were apple pie.
Oh, you're saying, "Oh, apple pie, potato chips." It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, um, that's how easy people change now. Their minds and their ideas. People back in the days, they went to a store and they went to the store no matter what. They knew the butcher, they knew the cashier, they knew everybody there. That's where they went. They knew the names, they knew the birthdays. Nowadays, No, I want something better. So that alone is, it gets the person the idea that it's easy just to stop something and start something. They develop the same stuff in a relationship. That's why it's easy to say, no, you know what? Oh my God, he's eating apple pie with his fingers. Oh, I'm stopping this. There's like no. You say, oh, you don't have to be faithful to anything. Man, sometimes you just gotta look at things and say, you know what? Yeah, it's not good, but I could work with it. That's what I'm trying to say. We're done with that. That part of I could work with it is done. It's gone. People just say, no, I don't have time for that. I don't got the patience for that. That is the answer, and then they just move on because they got choices. Choices are great. Choices are great. You know.
Also, I think that the start of this conversation should be who is advising, right? Not that we're not really advising. We're trying to figure out what the heck is happening. Or you think we are advising?
No, we're not. We just going through numbers.
We're trying to figure out
Yeah,
what is happening.
yeah, we're looking at a problem that that exists, that is there.
Exactly.
It's a big problem.
But there are people that actually go around for some reason, single people that have not had a long-term relationship go around giving advice to other people how to get the love of their lives.
Yeah, no, we're not here to give advice.
But you see that, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of shows.
All these people that,
but they don't have
none of
nothing.
them are married, or they are divorced 3 times, or if you're divorced 3 times, right?
You should give advice on lawyers.
Now I will give you advice on lawyers.
This lawyer was great. No, but the reality is that it is a big problem. It is a big problem because population wise, it is a big problem because the big group right now that is retiring, right? They're going to stop paying on the Social Security, and the group that is coming is not having kids. We're not having enough people to put in the pot as before because people are not having kids, people are not getting married. Also, marriage is also good for the community. Believe it or not, marriage is good overall for the community. It's good for people like to live around married people. They see, and I'm not saying the married life is good. I'm not saying the married life is what you need to do because we're not saying that. But we're looking at
as a society.
As a society, when they live around married people, it's like a better society. That's what the indications are. That's what the indications are.
Because the question is who should get married, right?
Yeah.
And the answer is.
I think the people that should get married is only people that are in love with each other.
You think that?
Yeah. But,
because that's what is happening now, and it's not working.
Well, so this is what's the main divorce thing? Finance, right? Finance and the phone. Stop leaving your phone laying around. People are gonna catch it and find the shit that you're doing.
Look it.
Like the dead thing.
I think that
leave it in your office.
So now you're talking about divorce.
Because
divorce, the main reason of people getting divorced by far is
financial.
No.
No, is that?
They want to try other options. They are not happy with the life that they thought it was going to be. That's the main reason. They say different. They phrase it different ways, but it's not financial.
So most of the look when you, because it goes through stages, right? It goes through stages. You meet somebody, of course, you like the person. There has to be some sort of attraction, whatever you like about that person. Then it builds to something else. It builds to time, right? Investment. Time is an investment. So now I saw somebody that I like, but now I want to invest my time. Right? I want to invest my time, meaning that I want to spend time with this person. So do whatever. Maybe watch a movie, just talk, go to the park, whatever, travel. But your time is the biggest assets that you have, and you're investing that in this person. Okay, for whatever reason, whatever you want to get out of it, you're investing on it. That means you're going to get something out of it. You're getting something out of it. Otherwise, you're a dumbass, right? Now, the next step is, okay,
But that's not what marriage
No,
is.
no, no, no,
That's
no,
a
no.
new concept of marriage.
I'm trying to get to that point because
But what you just said, that's a new concept of marriage. That's never what that through history that was never the case.
no, because marriage back then was a security blanket. Marriage was a need. It was a requirement. Back in the days, marriage it was something that it needed to be done. You had no option on it. You're gonna get married. You have to get married. Somebody got to take care of you. That was the reason. But now we don't. We don't have to go to that. Now you have to actually go to the process of falling in love, investing your time. Actually, now after you spend the time with the person, there's the next thing is when you like something, you do it again, right? Look, if I drink this and I go to, no, let me start it again. If I go to the store and I say, oh, that looks pretty good, and I take it and I drink it, and I don't like it, I'll say, you know what, I'm never going to buy that shit again. But if I go and taste it, I like, oh, you know what, that's good. Then the next time I buy the same thing, you know what, let me get that, man. I like that one. And I drink it and I like it. After that is when the decision makes. Because remember, all this is about time, right? This is my opinion. You invest in your time. This whole time you have invested. Time that you could have been with your friends, with your family, doing activities you do. You have took all that out to give it to this person. So you took your time from friends, family, activities, hobbies, whatever you freaking were doing before, you took that out and you give it to this person. So now you're putting it in a bank. You're banking it. And here, this is yours now. My time is yours now. You see what I mean? And that's the breaker. That's the make or breaker. People that decide, yeah, I think I trust that bank and I want to put my time in there, makes a decision to get married or not. If you feel like I'm not getting enough out of it, I mean, I'm missing my friends, I'm missing my family.
That is the main
I
reason
stopped
of
doing
divorce.
this because
Yes.
of now she calls me. What we doing tonight? And I had plans to play, do something like go to the park and play baseball or something. Now I'll be like, yeah, let's just go hang out. So little by little, it start building up, and then you say like, you know what, that bank is not giving me enough interest, man. My money is not growing. You know what I mean? And one of the things that we have learned is that now, because we have choices, we could stop it right away. It's like, no, you know what? Give me my money back. I'll go to another bank. Plain and simple. Before, people did it anyway. No, I think it's going to get better when I get married. And people got married, and they got worse. It just got worse. So, I mean, that's me. That's my opinion. So, people that really get married should get married now in this in the United States. We're talking about the United States because believe it or not, every country is different. Religion, because some countries is religion, custom, traditions. There's a lot of all this stuff that gets involved. The good thing about the United States is that we don't have none of that, right? It's very rare that people get married. Oh, because it's my tradition that I have to get married. Unless you live in a tight community, and there's groups that do that. Like they live in a tight community that they force you to marry somebody within that community, within the group. In the United States, they still got people that know they're going to marry that person from our church, from our congregation, and that's it. This is still happening, believe it or not.
Yes,
Still happening, but the numbers are very small. Very
In
small.
Brooklyn, you have the group, the Jewish group, how it's called?
The ones with the hair,
Yes,
I forgot what they call.
but they have a lot
Yeah,
of that.
the with the funny hats. I like the hats.
Oh, they are a beautiful community.
Oh yeah, and the hats are pretty good too. I like it. I wouldn't mind wearing one of those big ass fucking hats that they wear. But yeah, so I mean, that's
Hemishpa or something like that.
they got the freaking curly hair around. But yeah, I think that's what makes a difference. I think that nowadays, because unless you're really really in love with this person, meaning that you already saw, you were able to understand that this person is, because this is a very important. I mean, this is very important about marriage. You have to understand that that person is not is not perfect at all, just like you're not perfect. And you also need to understand that that person is going to get sick, and when a person is sick, looks like shit. you know when you see a person, when you're dating, they're always wearing the makeup, they're always wearing dry, they dress nicely, they fucking do their hair, their nails, and what the crap that they do. But when the person is sick, and when you're like in a serious relationship, and then you go, hey, well, I'm so sick, and then you go see them, they look like fucking shit, you know, and you still are able to stay there and deal with it and listen to them and take care of them. You know, that tells you a lot, because believe it or not, you're going to get a lot of those days. You know, you're going to get a lot of those days. So I think that the fact that you were able to invest your time, right, and understand that you and her or him or they or whoever it is, the person that you have chosen, and the person that chose you as well, understand that there's no perfection. You're never going to be perfect. Um, you're in the right track. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but at least you know that should be a step forward for that. If you don't have those two basic things in your checklist, don't get married. Don't get married.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get married.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get married unless you have a very open relationship, which is growing. It's actually a thing that is growing, where two people just get together. Listen, I can trust you at night. I can go to sleep next to me. I know you're not going to do nothing to me, but just letting you know, we could make this work, but this is going to happen. And the other person might agree with it. The other person say, okay, as long as you don't do it here, as long as I don't catch you, and as long as none of my friends call me and say, hey, guess what I just saw? They're fine with it, you know? That's something that is growing. Um, Whether you agree or disagree with that, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a different, that's a other way of getting married, saying, I want to grow old with you, but I know already that I'm going to do this. And if you don't mind, we could grow all together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that?
Well, what I think is that the marriage have transformed now into what is for me, right?
Yeah.
You have women been asking that question the last at least 20 years, 30 years, like, and you see that in their advice. If he is not doing this, if he's not doing that, if he's not here, if he's not there, if he's basically, if he's not perfect, right? Because that's the main advice that they give
Yeah.
women to women,
Yeah.
right? If he's not perfect, just look for the perfect one.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you should or you shouldn't, but what I'm saying is that is how marriage is being
Yeah.
searched now, is what is for me.
Yeah.
And
We
in the last 10 years, we have men asking that question. Uh, I think they are just copying mostly this group of men, the one that I think they call it blue pill or red pill or something like that. Have you heard about this?
repeal. Yeah.
The red pill people, a group of men, they are pretty much just copying the feminists.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Um,
had enough of it. They just got tired.
and they are okay, but whatever it is, but they are just turning around and asking the same question. So, what is for me?
Yeah. What you bring
Uh,
to the table, right?
of course, that's the question. That is how men phrase it. What you bring it to the table? That just mean what do I get if I'm with you? That's all it means.
Yeah.
And you cannot answer me.
Yeah.
That
Because
is not the answer.
yeah.
The answer is you and Ishin. Okay. So I don't agree with the question. I think that's no marriage. If a man asks a woman, "What do I get if I marry you?" That's no marriage.
Yeah. No
If
matter.
a woman asks a man, "What do I get if I marry you?" That's no marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, marry, of course, and I'm not talking about laws or how. No, none of that. Everybody should be able to marry if they want even to change the laws. And now marriages have an expiration. Like after 5 years, you have to renew it or expire. I don't want. Do it whatever you want to do. Get divorced, remarry, whatever it is. More power for you. But what I'm saying is a traditional marriage, right? It has never been in what do I get if I marry you? No, it's actually the contrary. I'm going to bring this to the marriage. That's always been, women will say that, if you marry me, I'm going to bring this, and I'm going to bring this, and I'm going to bring this. And men would have said, this, because we do live in a society of rights. Everything is right, right, right. My right this, my right of freedom of expression, right of this, of association. But nobody talks about duties. So what you have to do now?
Yeah.
You have a lot of rights, and I'm not want to take none of those rights away from nobody. And who I am to even say that? But I'm saying is nobody should. But what are your duties? What I mean, so what you have to do? What are your responsibilities? And marriage was that, was men signing for a responsibility, was women signing for a responsibility. And I'm not also saying that that's what we should do. What I'm saying is that's what marriage was, and now marriage is basically almost a purchase. Like I want this, I want that, I want this, and I want that. That's what women have been saying, and openly saying now. If he's not doing this, divorce him. If he's not doing that, if he's not perfect,
Yeah.
even put him under tests to see if he passes. And if he doesn't pass, divorce him. And then men are doing the same, and they are phrasing it different. How they phrase it is women just phrase it, if he doesn't bring anything on your life, don't marry him, or throw him away. And men are saying what she brings to the table, basically why she's going to do for me,
Yep.
right? But none of those things were married. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, we went like men. Well, again, marriage should be. I agree with the marriage should be with two people that no matter what they are, what they look like, where they come from, as long as they want to be together, they should be together.
Oh,
Now, but
totally.
we're also talking about the traditional
Traditional
marriage, right?
yes.
Which is men and women, women and men. But at the end, marriage is marriage. I mean, I think I'm glad that this is the United States, believe it or not, because most parts of the world, you know, the only thing that only men and women could get married, and that's sad because we already passed that line. We have so much knowledge and so much understanding that we understand that not everybody is going to be the same, but everybody should always be treated equal. Marriage is one of those things. People that love each other because they might be a little bit different. That doesn't mean that they don't love each other, and we
Of
should
course.
respect that. But in the traditional marriage, the role of a male was always a provider. Hey, he has a job. If you had a job and you like were not like have a problem like a drug problem or alcohol problem, and you were a catch back in the days. They used to, oh my God, he has a job, a steady job. For believe it or not, there was a time that was like, that was it. That was like the most, that had to be in your resume, steady job, because man was a provider. So, okay, so good. He's going to pay the rent. He's going to be able to put clothes on the kids and all this stuff. And what was expected from the woman was just to help the man. Both of them will carry each other, and that was it. The man was the provide, and the woman would be the sustain. Work together, and you build a family. That was it. It was very simple back in the days, you know.
So let me ask you this question, and it's not a trick question, right? Because maybe there is no good answer. But in a society where all of that is gone, right?
Yeah, that's gone already.
Okay, all of that is gone. There is a space for marriage, or definitely not for traditional marriage, right?
Yes. I think
Oh,
there
there
is.
is.
Oh yeah, there is because you know this is the thing about the news and the stuff that you see in the internet and this stuff. You see the stuff that makes crazy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but there are hundreds of thousands of young kids that hold hands, that go to the movies together, that go to the park, that they laugh, that they enjoy themselves, that they just go out there and act together, and then they get married, and they have beautiful
100%.
weddings, and the families are there, and they buy their own house, and they have kids. These are hundreds of thousands of people. But you know what it is? It's such a great thing that it doesn't make it on the news because we people like to see people doing worse than you to make you feel better. When you see somebody that is doing good, you hate yourself now. Oh, look,
There is this reporter.
can't freaking believe. Look at them. They're so happy. Yeah, and then But when you see somebody doing worse, you get happy. You know?
There is this reporter that actually goes. I don't know if it's scripted, to tell you the truth, because it's too perfect. But he goes actually and interview young couples. They just got married. I see. And 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 in these interviews, the guys actually they sound very reasonable, and the girls also they actually know what marriage is and what to expect about it, and they are very realistic.
Well, look,
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's, so. There is a group that
but
that do understand
you know,
the reality. Let's call it all married.
the last number I heard, and I don't know, I think give and take a few million. The last number I heard was 360 million people in this country. 360 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and people don't realize that when I don't think people understand that 360 million people in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. You're going to see somebody getting divorced, and you say, "Oh my God, the world's coming to an end." Yeah, but there's also a lot of people that are happy living. Very
No, no,
happy.
no. But divorce is we do have an epidemic of divorce.
Yes, and that
That's
is
another subject.
that's
But we do
that's
have
yeah.
a epidemic of that. But who should get married?
I think if you check, like I said, if you check those two boxes,
And they are.
and the one is that you actually are willing to give your time, because believe it or not, um, when you have a partner, you have to sacrifice time in anything that you want to work, opening a business, go to a higher education, get promoted, learn a language, learn an instrument. If you want to do something that is going to have an impact on your life, you have to give it time. Plain and simple. That's it. Anything that we do, and that's what makes the difference between the people that make it and people that don't. People that succeed and people that don't. The people that stay late at night doing research, doing homework, going to the gym, doing the stuff, getting up earlier just to be able to do the stuff that they couldn't do, going to their offices on the weekends because they want to catch or learn something new, or learn this or do that. Those are the people that actually, then you be like, oh man, that person got promoted. You didn't know all the stuff that that person probably did. Maybe that person, without you knowing, went to school on the weekends now because you wanted to get a degree or certificate. But that sacrifice is time. You're sacrificing your time to do better. In a relationship, if you're not willing to sacrifice time, you should never get married. You should never get married, because in a marriage, she's going to ask you or he's going to ask you, "Hey, I want to see my let's go and see my family this weekend." Oh, you know what? My friend is having a party this day. Hey, let's do this. So guess what? You can't say no. I mean, you could say no sometimes because things are happening, but you can't say no all the time. You know what I mean? You can't say no all the time. So your time, you understand that you have to give it to this person. That's number one. And time is, believe it or not, people don't understand how valuable time is.
And you say two reasons. And the second.
And the second reason is to understand that you are not perfect. Don't expect the other person next to you is perfect. Don't, because you're not. If you're not freaking, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So if you're not perfect, don't lose patience and don't think that, oh man, look at her now. Oh my God. Hey, I get it. Yeah, but you're not perfect yourself either. She's not perfect, you're not perfect. If you understand that small concept, that means that you need to learn to have patience and understanding for that person. And if you're a real good person, you guide or teach that person to come up, or you understand that maybe you need to step down a little, because you need to work together.
I will add a few things though. I think one would be don't expect the other person to make you happy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like you have to.
Yeah, you have to be happy.
You have to be make happy yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to complete you. Nobody's going to put you in the level that you want to be. You have to go to that level. You have to, you have to look your own happiness.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to give you an example real quick. Look, we here, we took our time. We took our time. we're sitting here, we spending hours here to do this because we enjoy it,
Mhm.
right? Sometimes it looks like we argue, we're fighting, but we actually enjoy it.
We do.
We're doing something. We're doing something that we don't have to do this. We don't. I don't have the need. You don't have the need. But we do because you have to. But that makes me happy. I actually like doing this.
We love to,
Yeah.
to talk with you guys.
And that's what marriage is, because we're in relationships and not with each other.
No.
But what I'm saying is, but we understand that you have to do things that makes you happy, and sometimes you have to do it without your partner. And your partner, if you understand that, and your partner also needs to do things that it will make them happy, and you need to understand that, man, you marriage material. You know, like why you not getting married? You know. But sadly, in that society now that we're living, in the world that we're living, in the express, because everybody's in the express lane. When you're in the subway, you got the express and the local, and some people take like the local train because there's more room. You get to sit down and you get to relax. No, everybody wants to freaking go in the express. They see the local train is nice and comfortable and empty, and the express is packed.
And they
Let me go in there, damn it. And the difference is only a few freaking seconds. It's only like a minute.
you know what? They stop in the two stops.
Yeah, it's like, no, I want everybody. And then you get there, and sometimes the local gets there first. It's insane what you see in the subway.
And I also will say, if you are the kind of person that that will enjoy to be married,
Yeah.
like there are people. If you, for example, don't think that you have dated enough, don't think you have had enough one night stands, or you have not had enough girlfriends or boyfriends, or you have not enjoyed your single life enough.
Yeah.
Or maybe that is just what makes you happy, like that kind of life makes you happy.
Don't get married.
Do not get married.
Don't get married. Yeah, don't get married.
That is a horrible.
Yeah.
But right now I think that is a huge group of people.
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
a huge group of. There is this video, right? Not that I agree with the video, but I'm just saying there is this video of this guy, and he has, for some reason, photos of him with his wife, and I don't know, they are in France, in front of the Eiffel Tower, and the guy he's smiling. He seems to be content, and then they have like a bunch of these photos, and after that, he with his friends, he fishing, he riding a bike, and he cannot have a bigger smile. It's like there is no even. I mean, if you see this guy, right, like here fishing, and holding this. No, he's not even that big a fish. Like he got like this size. It's not like this. He just got one. It's not like
I caught a tuna.
it's just of course, he's going to tell that he got something like huge. No, it's just like a normal fish, but with the biggest smile ever. With his friends, in riding bicycles, riding a bike. If you see those two people, one is insanely happy, the other one is content. And so I'm not saying that you should not get married. I'm saying think what will make you happy. Like for women, I will say maybe marriage is for you, right? But if you really enjoy dating, if you really enjoy going out on clubs, if you really enjoy the drama on relationships,
Yeah, but
none of that marriage should not be for
but
you.
I do want to add something on that real quick. I just want to add something on that real quick. That I think age, all the stuff that you're talking about, age has a lot to do with it, because a 20, 30-year person could be in that group, but if you're 50, 60 in that group, you have a problem. I think you have a problem.
Okay, that might be true. I don't really agree, but let's say it's true, right?
No,
But that's no matter.
but
If somebody is always like that,
yeah,
if this guy is always happy being single at 20, at 30, at 40, at 50, at 60,
Yeah.
he should never
You
get
should never
married.
get married.
No,
You never
no,
get
so
married. Yeah.
you have to think about it. Like actually, my brother gave me a great advice. He told me that if I'm going to buy a house, go and rent a house for a year in the neighborhood. Not that nobody does that, but he said just go and rent it to see if you like the neighborhood, and because you might not, and I don't know what will be that. Maybe living together first, like I don't know what will be the, because once you get married, everything changes. You agree with that, right?
I agree. I don't agree with that with the house thing. I totally disagree with it because I think the people should. Um, if you're gonna buy a house, you should buy two. It's just two houses you buy in your lifetime. One is a house that you live and you're going to raise your kids, and of course, to go back to the traditional, um, you have two flights, three flights, stairs, or everywhere, or all this stuff. But when you get to an age like 65, 70, when you're retiring, that house is not good for you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you need to. That's when you
That
need
makes
to
totally
buy a
sense.
small little house, all one flight.
No empty rooms.
Yeah, yeah, and
You're totally
yeah.
right, but no, I'm just trying to make example of. I don't know exactly how will you test a marriage, right? Not test the marriage, but test if you are
If you're marriage material
if you are a married man,
Yeah.
not to her or to him. No, no, no,
to
no,
you,
to you.
to you, yeah,
Because especially today, right? We can talk so much about traditional marriage,
Yeah.
what marriage used to be, and I don't know. I see a lot of people doing, especially conservatives in America, talking about that, right?
Yeah.
They talk so much about the marriage and what it should
They
be.
do. They
and
do retreat. I even heard that they're doing retreats now.
Totally, yes.
They go out for a week, like just to be alone, things like
No,
that.
no, but I'm saying is, no, it's not that I'm against traditional marriage or anything like that. But I'm talking about what marriage are right now. It's completely
It's completely
different,
different. Yeah,
and you have to make sure that the new marriage is for you,
yeah,
not the ones that you even your parents probably grow up with, right?
yeah.
But this new one, you have to figure out what the rules are now, and the rules now are like a completely different.
I think one of the biggest problems that we have now, and just like everything else, because now due to technology, moving around, people just keep moving, and because we are so open to much stuff, we have so many choices. So we in our heads, oh, I get another girlfriend, or I get somebody, oh, I get
Totally.
so, but then one of the problems that you're creating or you're not looking at is that maybe the problem is you. Maybe if of course, who knows why, but if you already went to 20 boyfriends and none of them lasted more than 3 or 4 months, then you should start looking at yourself.
But I will say this, right? If your objective was to have a steady relationship.
Yes.
I have a girlfriend, this girl that I love. She's such a nice person, and almost an inspiration. Like you talk with her, in so many things, she has done the right thing.
Oh, really? We need to bring it to the podcast.
We should totally. And the other day, she actually called me. She invited me to her wedding, and it was very a strange conversation because she said that she's like 36,
Okay.
right? So she's not like a young kid, and
Very young, but okay. 36.
okay, so and she told me that she's marrying her first boyfriend
Okay.
that she has had like 2 years.
So she didn't have nobody until 34?
Never a boyfriend, never a steady relationship.
Okay.
Has that thing that you told me, 2 months, 3 months, 2 months,
Yeah.
3 months. So now I think they've been together like 3 years.
Okay.
Maybe being like a steady relationship, 2 years.
I think what she got is she just saw her age and she's like, I need to do something now.
It's totally be true. I'm not arguing with none of that. What I'm saying is definitely she was never looking for a steady relationship all this time.
Or maybe she's the problem.
No, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, brother, that there are so many people that he has had 20 boyfriends, all 20 girlfriends,
Yeah.
right? And you think that there were 20 fails. Right? Sometimes that might be the case. But sometimes they actually want that. They actually want to be, they want to have a relationship here and then try another one here and then try one here. That's part of their way of life.
Yeah, I see that. I okay.
You don't see it, or you do see it. You think all of them are failures. If somebody's 40 years and has never had a relationship, you think all of them are failures.
No, I
No,
don't.
no, there are people that actually like to have no commitment, like want that kind of life,
Yes, and I have.
and they should not get married.
Yeah, and again, like I said earlier, time is your biggest assets that you have. I mean, time is everything, and if you're not willing to commit your time to somebody, don't do it. Don't do it, because then there's relationships that go for 5, 6, 10 years, and they're going still going out together, and then one day they break up, and then the person, I give you 10 years of my life. That's a long time. That's a long time to give to somebody. And I've seen it. I actually seen it. I have friends that they've been together with somebody for 10 years, and then one day they break up, and I said, "It's after 10 years, man." Yeah, it just didn't work out. I mean, if it didn't work, it never worked out. It never did. You were just holding, or she was holding to something, but you can't tell me after 10 years, oh, you didn't. You guys never got married. So if you guys would have got married, it should have lasted not even 3 months. You know,
Better that they did not get married then.
yeah, but then you give somebody 10 years of your life. That's why, like now, people just cutting it right away. No, I don't agree with that. I don't like it. Forget about it. That's it. So nowadays, believe it or not, I was watching this. One of the first questions that they ask the women is, "Are you pro or against abortion?" And they say, "I'm pro-abortion." No, that's it. I'm done. I don't even want to, And what's the point of keep moving it? We don't agree on something so
There is
big.
actually
I
this
mean,
guy.
this woman that even asked men directly, straight up, "Do you want to have kids in the next 5 years?" She says no or yes, and they stop it right there. No, that's it. Why am I wasting my time? You know, because
Mhm.
women and men have realized that time is something that they don't want to waste.
There is this guy that actually studied this thing of, but I cannot remember the current line. I think it was 8 years. So if a couple are together 8 years, right, and they get married, they will get divorced in the next 2 years.
I can see that.
But if they do not get married, they just keep
Yeah,
like people that are basically in a long term relationship for 8 years. You can see that they will last 10 more
yeah,
years,
yeah,
right? The relationship will be
yeah.
stable.
If you've been
But if they just get married, that those relationships are doomed to collapse.
I think a relationship can
I don't
go.
know why though.
I think a relationship will go to 8, 10 years, and it can keep moving on with no problem, as long as
Don't
nobody.
touch it.
No. I say no, as long as nobody wants to have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I think when one of the persons decides, "Hey, listen, I think I want to have a kid," that will break the relationship. If the other person is not ready, it will just break it. I think that's one of the topics of, if you've been together with someone for 10 years, don't ask the person to marry you. Just keep moving. Just if whatever you're doing is
I mean,
working.
it looks like you would say, I mean, you are already together and all
Yeah.
of that. You should move to the next step. But
No,
it
no,
looks
no.
like when they do this, the rules change,
Yeah.
and the change. People were not prepared for that. Maybe the guy now expects something different. Maybe the girl expects something different.
That's why like I said at the beginning of the show, more men will decide to marry if they change the laws. Because they say that you're in a relationship for 3 years. 2 or 3 years is where people decide whether they're going to marry or not. Most people, like, they want when they're serious about it. Hey, let's go to the next phase. And one of the problems that happen when you do that, um, and you decide to get married, is that you have to, if if right now most laws benefit the women
In the
in
states,
the
yes.
states. So the men go in a marriage, and most likely it's going to lose. And even if they have kids, it's even worse. So, as an investment, my time and now my money. So you're going to take you took my time and you're going to take my money too. So that's already a double negative, right? A double negative here doesn't make a plus, doesn't make it a positive. So that I think that if they change the rules about that stuff, men will be more open to marriage than they are now. Because honestly, people say women don't want, no, men don't want to get married now. Men don't want to get married, but that's a different topic. So who should be getting married now? I think people that fall in love with each other, people that have patience, people that understand what commitment and what time means, and people that understand that they're not perfect, and that they're happy. That person next to you is not making you happy. You're happy because everything that is around you, and it just happens that the person is part of that.
And you are supposed to contribute.
Oh, exactly.
You are supposed to make that person happy, and in the other side, that person is supposed to. I know I'm contradicting
Keep
myself.
your happiness.
I know I'm. It's way different, to expect. You do this for me.
Yeah.
To do something for somebody because of love. That is totally. Different.
When I eat a steak, I like a fried egg with my steak. And why? I don't know. I just like. Maybe I grew up like that. But
the Colombians eat like
but
that.
if you're gonna give me a steak, you better put fucking 2 fried eggs next to
And
it.
the yellow thing has called the
Yellow, the sweet plantains. No, I
Yeah.
just like the egg. But so just to put it in the contrast, right? That's what my partner, my wife would be the egg. The steak makes me happy, but if I don't see the egg there, it's not complete. You see what I mean? So life and what you're doing, you need to be in a place to make you happy, but the person that is next to you needs to put that all together. That person cannot do everything. That person cannot bring you
And
happiness.
if you are
on
not
your
married, you do not understand that.
Yeah, if you're not, yeah, if you're not married,
I know
but-
you're like, what the heck are you talking?
yeah. If you're not married, you're not gonna understand.
You have no idea. But put the egg there.
Yeah, put the
Only
damn egg
if
in
you
there.
want the egg.
Yeah.
Do not get it.
If you're not married, you're not gonna get it. It's one of those jokes you're not gonna get. But because at the end of the day, all of us individually, there's something that makes us happy. There's something that we have passion for. There's something that we needed. There's something that we was gonna go back to. Me, I love live music. I go to concerts all the time. That's why I think I'm gonna go to concerts until the day I die. That's one of the things that makes me the most happy is live music. I love live music. I love it. I love it. So that's what makes me happy. Now, having a person next to me enjoying that time makes that occasion even better. You know, do I need that person there? No, I don't. But it just makes it better. Just like the egg and the steak. I could eat the steak. I'm going to be like, oh man, that's a pretty good steak. But if I see those eggs there, I'll be like, man, that looks so beautiful. That looks so fucking good.
That is perfect.
That's perfect. That's how I want it. That's how I like it. That's what the other person should be to you. Is one piece of the plate, but makes the difference on it. Makes a big difference. So again, we're not telling people to get married or nothing. We're not.
Yeah, we don't really know.
We don't know.
I personally don't. I have no idea if people should.
No.
I would say by temperament.
Yeah.
If you fall into this, maybe you should. If you fall into this other thing, maybe you shouldn't. But that's not how actually
That's
works.
not how everybody's so different.
And they change. People
yeah.
get married and they change in one side on the other.
Yeah. What we talking is in general, like what mostly happens and what mostly works. But everybody's different. I have a friend that is married and he hates his freaking wife. Like he tells me, man, I hate that fucking, but he cannot be without her. He cannot be without her. I seen that guy. I seen him. He go crazy. Like he be calling her. He be like, but then he complains about her. But they do everything together. That guy, he has not spent one day without her.
Shit.
Me, I'm telling my wife, when are you leaving?
Why are you still here?
Yeah. Why are you supposed to go on vacation?
No, not true, not
Yeah.
true. He's actually very sweet with his wife.
So you said you want to leave.
You're still here.
But it's and that's part of it, right? You have to joke, you have to have, because we understand how this whole thing is. But again, listen, just like anything else, in this, don't do research.
Yeah, don't,
When it comes to this stuff, it's
maybe
it's
personally,
it's
like
it's a feeling. It's like the gut feeling, right?
I gotta
You
talk to yourself
yeah,
and
you
figure
gotta
out
talk
who
to
the hell
yourself.
are
Yeah.
you.
Definitely don't talk to your friends. Don't talk to your friends.
Don't watch YouTube videos
Yeah, don't.
of these stupid people
Yeah.
that they tell you these both sides.
Yeah.
Liberals give you the stupid advices
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Conservatives give you these crazy advices. Like there is this guy. I don't know if you saw it. Maybe I should not say the name of the guy, but it's all of them. Like don't worry, just go and look for a virgin that is very, very obedient,
Is
and you can get married. That is conservative stuff.
How you know that? They have a sign?
I don't know.
They walk around with a sign.
But that's what they say. Like, yeah, but marriage has this problem. Marriage has this, divorce this, and that. No, just look for a virgin, obedient, that likes to go to church, and marry her. And liberals are the same. Like it doesn't work. You divorce him.
He's like taking the garbage out.
Don't worry about it.
He's just like taking the garbage out. Just take the bag, dump it out, close the door. That's it. Yeah, but it's and again, and I keep saying this because to me it's very important. Your time is it's a lot. The time means a lot. The biggest investment of your life is your
It's
time.
your life.
So if you're willing to give your time to somebody, maybe that person is something that you should consider. I'm not saying that you should, but you should consider that person because honestly, there's people that we avoid. There's people that we wouldn't give it a minute. It's like, oh hell no, I'm not here.
Put it in gloves.
It's like, I'm not here. But listen, thank you for listening to us. Hopefully, you do find somebody, and if you don't, you don't have to because happiness has to be inside of you. You need to be happy within yourself first. So start there. Be happy yourself, and then maybe you could share some of the happiness with somebody else. We want to welcome you to Guide to Be Wrong. Hopefully, please subscribe, keep following us, so we could keep making videos like this for you. I'm Chris, and this is.
Ed,
Thank you for watching.
thank you very much for watching.